Hey, hola mi compadres. Mi nombre es Gavin Seim. I'm on a roof. I'm on a roof in Mexico, and this is the world of roofs. Now, I just thought I'd go live because this is kind of fun, actually, the way that these are set up. And you guys can pop in there and let me know if you see me. The sun is about to set over behind yonder palm tree right over there. How about that? Palm trees. Palm trees are nice. I like, me gusta palm trees. See? So, anyways, I just thought I'd kind of show you a view from the roof. Hey everybody, stay tuned. VBTT, silence. Hey, okay, so what keeps happening? What keeps happening is, let me know if you can see me. What happens is, oh, the wind's blowing, I better shield that or it's gonna drive you guys crazy. What happens is, the Wi-Fi here has issues through 8-foot concrete walls, and so I usually stream from the cell phone service, not the Wi-Fi, and sometimes the Wi-Fi kicks in when it's not supposed to, and it screws me up. Okay, so just a quick live stream to show you the rooftops of Mexico. Good to see that some of you are coming down to check it out down here, get a little taste of freedom for your families away from the Gestapo police state of the Fourth Reich, USA, Blue ISIS syndicate, all right? So, I'm up on the roof and running some cables, okay, for Ethernet. So I've got like 200 feet of Ethernet cable, right? Because it has to run all the way. A little bit of tech talk for you today. I need speed. Internet, the downstream internet is good. I'm getting like 50 down here, so it's fine. Upstream is not so good. It's not pleasing me very much. But, okay, so this is running all the way back into my little office. And you can see that up here on the rooftops is a whole heck of a lot of rooftops. It's actually kind of nice. I don't want to like invade other people's privacy, although most of these are empty vacation homes on this block. So there's not a terrible much going on. But yeah, it's nice up here. So anyways, a lot of times, my house isn't this way, but you'll see this very often circa Mexico is, first of all, I've talked about this before, you're allowed to have privacy here. Okay, so having a wall 8 foot all around your house to give you privacy from noise and invaders. Basically the whole yard here, even, it's not that it's a rough neighborhood, this is a very tranquilo area, but the whole yard is in the cities, oftentimes, you don't have to have it this way, of course, but oftentimes is enclosed. So you can have privacy in your whole yard. You can have a pool or a hot tub, work on your cars, whatever, okay? One of my complaints, this house next door sticks way up, so you can like see over the city, right? This thing, I had this installed. This is super cool. This is a booster pump because the water, the way it works here is the water is filled up during the day in these reservoir tanks, right? You'll see these on all the roofs in Mexico. And then it's just gravity fed. Well, this is a pretty big house. And so I had this booster pump and it gives me nutsanity amounts of water pressure. And I like a nice high pressure shower. So I had a guy install this for me to get me some water pressure, all right? So yes, rooftop is a place to barbecue and drink. So, whoops. Only lack, I would say, right in this place, I mean, there's tons of rooftop area where you could totally put a patio. In fact, when I walked up here the other day, there was actually some chairs up here. So let's go right here. This is a perfect patio right here. We can see out over the city. Let's go scope the city. And you can see the hills and all the houses. You can hear a roof dog barking. See, dogs actually love the roofs because they get to look out over the streets and look down on all the other dogs that are just walking the streets. So if you look over, you'll see roof dogs. You'll hear them barking over there on somebody's roof. The dogs do like to hang out on the roof. So I don't actually have a gazebo on the balcony, but it is a nice view from up here. You can see the hills. You can see, this isn't jungle, but you can see it's very alive here. I mean, it's pretty green and there's nice views and nice hills. So this is the view from my rooftop. There's the sun setting into the palm trees. All right. This is we're coming toward the end of winter, but it's pretty much this weather year round. In fact, here, one of the reasons I like about Central Highlands of Mexico is, as much as I love the coast and the beach, it gets a lot hotter and more humid there. We have weather like this pretty much, guys, weather like this pretty much year freaking around, okay? Is if I look at the temperature, I haven't been here a year yet, obviously, but there really is no winter here. So how about them apples? All right. Anyways, I just wanted to show you the roof. Ooh, now I'm getting nice light. How about that? That sun's popping through. I look pretty cool. Let me do a little, should I yodel from up here or what? You know? Really, I'm just up here to set up the Ethernet cable. All right. And we'll go from there. But I could yodel from the rooftops. It's kind of like Switzerland, right? Like that. How about that? It's like the Swiss Alps, but it's a roof. Yeah? Okay. Te gusta? All right. So let's see here. It's probably, yeah, the temperature is nice. I would say it's probably 75. A little breezy, so I'm trying to hold my hand over the mic. I am getting, guys. Okay, so I got the cable ran down. What I've done, let's walk back and get it working. What I've done is, see, you only get tiny snippets of my yodeling because people make fun of me for it. So unless you pay in the super chat a lot of money, yodeling is a premium subscription feature on this channel. All right, so we're gonna go around. I'm gonna climb down the ladder and I'm gonna do this without falling. I'm going to leave the camera running in case I fall, okay? So you guys, if I've fallen and I can't get up, you guys can call for help. You know, we went out and looked at a place today. Hang on. I don't want to get impaled on something, okay? There's no OSHA here. You survive. How about that? Government's not controlling every freaking aspect. The thing is, I got to hold on with one hand. There we go. How about that? What the hey? There we go. All right, here we go. Whoa! Okay, let me see it. Let me get a nice view. Right there. Dude. Okay. I'm just having fun here, guys. I thought you'd like to see the rooftops. We don't always have to do streams talking about how evil it is, but don't worry. We won't be silent. Hang on. I'm gonna jump down. I have springing legs. Okay, here we go. Ready? 2, 3. Okay. There we go. I ran that cable all the way over, and we're gonna go over there and do that. It's gonna get dark soon. It'll be time to go get a 10 peso taco. How about that? Amazing tacos here. You can rent a house here. People always ask how much it costs. There are some videos on this channel, but I do intend to do more of them. You can rent a decent 3-bedroom house here for easily 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment for $150, $200 a month. And of course you can spend more. You know, if you rent a house for the cost of what if you pay the $800, $1,000 that a 2-bedroom, 2-bath cost in the States, you'll get a really nice, well, place in Mexico. So yeah, I mean, in general, I would say cost of living in Mexico is probably half, no, not half, more like a third to a quarter. But rent is probably even less than that, because try getting a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath place for $150, $200. Okay, so people say, well, I can afford to be in Mexico. I mean, people that have like retirement that's small, maybe. I'm like, move to Mexico. If you got an income from the U.S., if you have like $1,200 a month coming in on your retirement from the U.S., you can live really well in Mexico. Okay, so here's what I did. I got a huge bit, and I drilled a huge hole right through the 10 inches of concrete. I poked my line through there. Uh-oh, it's getting stuck. What the hey? Hang on, let's put a camera in there. Here we go. Oh, let's see if I got anything in that hole. All right. No, it's not quite. We're gonna get it. Just bear with me. It's snagging up on something, which is, there it goes. Okay, I got it. La cable is through. Está bien. So I'm gonna go in here. All I've gotta do now is pull this through. Hang on, it's kind of dark in the corner. Pull my cable through. Okay, there we go. It didn't like, I'm telling you, these concrete walls are brutal, guys. So rather than go into my office, I got the cable run. I should have internet in my little office here. And here, let me turn the light on. See, I'm getting it all set up. I got a new monitor so I can do better live streams. Got my little shelf built. This is a custom built shelf for behind me. Helps keep all my junk in order. And I'm getting my system set up and organized. Got the internet coming through. Got my little Mac Pro there so I can edit that 4K video better. All right. And all that good stuff. So yes, you can get dual citizenship in Mako. I know people that have it. But of course, first is residency. Citizenship comes if you want citizenship 5 years or so after. Okay, so anyways, just a little journey on the rooftops of Mako. And it's very interesting here. It's very interesting how laid back it is and how different things are, right? If you need something done, like you go do it. I'm actually having my van. Okay, here's the deal. I'm having my van reupholstered. All right, now listen to this. Listen to this. You guys know the Truth van. I've showed you videos of the Truth van, okay? It's been pretty tricked out, jacked up, four-wheel drive conversion, you know, all racks, the works. You've seen it, my van. If you haven't, go see my van on my page, okay? So, I mean, it's better than the 18 van, quite frankly. It's crazy. But if you come here, you can get things done, and everything's not crazy. So I'm taking it in tomorrow. I'm gonna have some undercoating, some rubber coating put on the lower edge to prevent rust, right? Then I'm like, it has cloth seats, and you know how kids trash cloth seats, but there wasn't leather vans. I mean, it was hard enough to find a diesel Duramax 15-passenger van that was a late model, much less one with leather interior. Okay, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just take the seats I got. So we got the bench seats and the front buckets and all that kind of stuff, and they're just the cloth, and they're already getting dirty because you know how little kids are when you're spending months on the road traveling around the world. And go down to the upholstery shop, and he like shows me his best vinyl. Now I could have got real leather, but I really have no need to have animal leather. It's harder to maintain, and you know, it's twice as expensive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I just went with the nice high-end vinyl. Multi-tone, a beige, a blue, and a black accent to kind of make it sporty in the Truth van. How much you guys want to guess, right? What do you think it would cost to have 2 big bench seats and 2 bucket seats? So it's the equivalent of a full car, reupholstered, multicolor reupholstery, okay? With high-end vinyl, all right? High-end vinyl. In the state, I mean, my dad's gotten vehicles redone before. You would be lucky. Most of the people quoting under $1,000 haven't had upholstery done in a while. In the States, it would probably be at least $1,200 to $1,500. Yeah, I think you guys are spot on. Total cost, labor and materials, total reupholstering. You guys ready for this? Ready? $250. $250. I'm not kidding. That's the whole deal. That was the best material they had. He's like, well, we could go with the cheaper stuff. And I'm like, for $50 more, the best stuff. All right. How about this? I went to places in the States because I wanted the rubberized undercoating on the lower 4 inches of the van. And I'll show you guys a video when it's done. Lower 4 inches of the van, and kind of wrapping underneath where it tends to rust for protection, and also the wheel wells, fresh rubber coating in the wheel wells. So everything's nice, right? It's the Truth van. We need to look good, right? I'd asked around at rubber coating places like in Utah when I was having the van worked on, and they're like $900 to $1,500 to do all this, okay? I go down to the body shop, and I determined they were legit because I had a little trim piece that was broken on the fender. I ordered the plastic piece from the States, and I took them the piece, and I said, can you paint this to match the vehicle and put it on? And they're like, sure. And they painted it and put it on for $20, okay? And we're not talking like spray paint. They painted it to match exact the GM blue color that's in my van. So I'm like, well, can you do the rubber coating? And I mean, this is body work, guys. I had a body panel painted and put on for $20. here, and then they say, I say, well, what about all this stuff here, right? To paint this trim, mask it off and put the liner, because it'll look cool with that black strip on the bottom too, but it'll also give protection. How much to do the rubber coating? And they're like, well, we have this stuff. And they're like, they load some up in the gun and spray it on a bucket so I can see it. And I'm like, that's about right, but do you have better stuff? And they're like, yeah, we can order the best stuff, the heavier duty stuff. And I'm like, let's do that. How much do you think to rubber coat, to do the 4-inch strip all along the bottom, all around the wheel wells and inside the wheel wells? Okay. I got a quote of $900 to $1,200 plus to do this in the States. $100. Labor materials, $100. Now here's the thing. You know, at first it sounds like, oh, these people are working for nothing, right? The thing is, they're not. What you have to understand, and there is a growing wealthy and poor, all right? So there's a growing middle class circa Mexico. But a lot of times these good prices you're getting are just small businesses and they own their business, all right? And this is what they charge. And, hi.
I was going to watch you, but...
Oh, well, now you're watching you here. And so these guys, you got to understand, they're not getting taxed to death, right? They're not paying labor and industries. Everything's not insane here. Everything is not government regulation and control. So they can have a business here and it's a completely different thing. So if a guy works here and he makes 1,000 pesos for a day's work, he's done well. That's good money, right? Now, of course, if we're coming from the USA and we have, you know, USA income, we're spoiled. And I don't mean to downplay that. I want them to grow economically here. I want them to prosper. I want to see the middle class and people's hard work paying off. So I'm not trying to nickel and dime these people down here. And I want to see them prosper. And I think there's so much more potential for them to prosper here than we're going to see in the US as it collapses, all right? So in any case, just a few interesting things about what I've seen down here. A little view from the rooftops of Mexico across the cities. I was up there, and I know what you guys were thinking, because I was up there and I was thinking, in the movies, they like run across and they can jump from rooftop to rooftop and like go anywhere, right? In the dark of night and no one knows. Maybe there's areas like that, but right here, these are pretty big houses and yards, and I think if I tried that, I would go like, and break my face. Now, there's a lot of people that would like to see me with a broken face, but I don't intend to oblige them just yet. So I'm gonna go now, guys. Don't believe the propaganda. Don't believe that America's the greatest and the best. It lives as a nation as of slaves, and you do what you're told, or you are put in a cage or in a box in the ground, period. And all of you know you're doing it. All of you know that if you stand up, you go down, just like all our prisoners, our Jeff Winehouses, our Schaefer Cox, the Leonard Peltiers, you know, the people from the Bundy Ranch, all right? We got to speak up. We got to tell the truth. Is Mexico perfect? Of course not. Is it perfectly free? Of course not. But do they have way more freedom than you do in the USSA? Absolutely. So do your homework. Figure out where you're at. And it doesn't have to be Mexico. Maybe you want to go to Colombia. Maybe you want to go to Africa. I don't know. But I'm telling you what, the USA, we all know it's going down. See my video last night. If you didn't see last night's video, that one was a lot more serious than today's video. Last night's video took on the issue of what's happening at the border and how bad it really is, and how there are check stations at the border to keep you from leaving, all right? And if you didn't see that video, I don't need to go into it because I went over all the proof of that and the facts of that. It's not even being hidden last night on last night's live stream. I also ordered a gimbal. I have lots of camera equipment, but I find I'm on this little camera the most. I ordered a little phone gimbal because I do a lot of walking. I can set it on a tripod and be stationary, but a lot of times I'm walking around showing you guys things in real Mexico. So I ordered just a handheld 3-axis gimbal that the phone can be mounted on so that we can not have all this, right? It's driving you crazy. This does have built-in stabilization, but I'm gonna get that little gimbal and we're gonna have a lot better stabilization so we can do these kind of roaming live streams and get way better quality right here on the tube, okay? So you guys, be peace, love your neighbor. Don't be believing the propaganda, all right? Be peace. Take care.